Welcome to my channel, Truth Hurts. Well, welcome back. My name is T, your host. Like Jay-Z says, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I thank you. I appreciate you. I enjoy you. Come get to know and grow with me. Today I'm going to be visiting the EzeeXNatalie podcast, the first episode. I've already did number 4, number 3, number 2, so now we're down to number 1. Hopefully with many more episodes to come. Don't forget, if you like what you see, please comment, like, and subscribe down below. No need to delay the inevitable. Let's get to it.
I really was questioning, like, did you love me?
But I feel like if she loses me, she don't give a f***.
She wants to be single. She wants to live that life. It was disappointing.
What you did, it was detrimental to where we broke the f*** up.
Wait, I did these things, but, like, you kind of just showed me, like, my worth.
I need to be happy for myself.
What you were showing me and what you were showing the world and your friends was 2 different things. So I had to confirm whether or not you were somebody that could be trusted.
The breakup was so detrimental to me, and my must-haves in this relationship was not being met.
To me, if you take a break, you are not dating other people. You're not sleeping with other people. None of that.
I can't hold you hostage. You a grown woman.
I need to know what's really going on so that I know, am I really just closing myself off to any possibility of us ever working or not?
I was chasing you. I was always chasing you. I chase you even when I know you wrong. Fight for me. Fight for this love. For me, this is what I need you to fight for.
So are we really never going to be together again?
What if I'm really not your soulmate? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Just Between Us podcast. I'm Easy.
I'm Natalie.
And this is our first podcast episode. How you feeling?
We're so excited.
Yo.
I'm so excited. I don't even know what to do with myself. I just want to, like, jump up and down right now.
Yo, I don't...
So this episode, it's already starting off with just the intro clip with a lot of maturity, which is always a good thing. And I've said that over the videos that I have revisited in regards to the podcast. A lot of maturity shown on Easy's level. Of course, the kiddie play side is still there. And we've always known that Nat has had a high maturity level. So let's continue.
Even, like, I've never had a podcast before, and to have it with you is just so amazing. Like, for y'all that don't know, Natalie started off to be my best friend. A couple years ago, we met in 2016, and now we are... Wait, whoa. What are we?
You know what? You know what? We're going to get into that. What we are.
Yeah, a lot's been going on. So recently, we actually broke up. It's been a couple months now.
Yeah.
A couple months we were broken up, and it was kind of tough, you know. We hadn't been broke up. We only ever broke up.
Yeah, when we've broken up before, but every time we broke up, it was always like a little something. This was for real. This was for real. But we're gonna get into that in a minute. But I will say, like, let's give them a little rundown. Okay. Anyone who is new to listening to us, we started off as best friends in like 2017.
Yes.
And then she confessed her love for me. What year was that?
That was literally 2019, I think. And for you guys that don't know, I'm a lesbian. Natalie, at this point in 2017, was a straight girl, one of the straightest girls I ever thought I'd meet.
Not just in 2017.
Yeah, like her whole life. Her whole life, bruh. So we were literally best friends. We started on YouTube. I mean, we started, like, doing social media and stuff like that. But you know, we created a YouTube channel together, and it was phenomenal. Our best friend relationship was just going viral, whatever. And on YouTube, I decided to confess my love to her. And I was like, you know what? We document everything, so I want to document this process. And I confessed my love, and she said yes.
I did say yes. I said yes. I took the leap of faith, and now here we are 3 years later, broken up.
Broken the fuck up. Damn. Sheesh. So wait, wait. A lot of people, like I said, they're probably listening. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are listening, make sure you guys tune in to the YouTube. We got a video here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. So we're going to definitely be showing visuals for each episode on our YouTube channel where our love story still lives. So if you are new to EzeeXNatalie, go check
I love the fact that this podcast comes with a visual and just the audio. Um, because like I mentioned previously, they are a good looking couple, and I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm attracted to quote unquote femmes. Um, Natalie's never really been the type of femme that I would look at. Certain characteristics, but she is fine. I can't deny that. I can't deny that. And Ezee's a good looking stud, stem, whatever you want to call her. They're both two good looking people.
Out that 5-part Oscar-winning series that Ezee put together. Yeah. Wow,
still trying to go through my emotions of like being in love, but
it's crazy.
How does it feel? How do you feel? Like, what do you feel right now? Even like, what did it feel like being single?
My heart just started like doing a little something when you even said the word single.
Damn, honestly, sorry. It's like traumatizing. Is it traumatic?
Yeah.
You're smiling though.
Because I'm past it now. But honestly, being single in the context that we were single, it wasn't just like fun and like, oh, whatever, like, going out, turning up for me at least. Mm-hmm. It was
shade. Yep, y'all can see the shade.
Honestly, it was really tough. Right. Very emotional. I don't think I've cried that much in my entire life. Every day, all day. It was a lot.
Damn.
But yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say I'm sorry is because it was I put a lot of hurt in your heart, and I know I did, and I do want to say I'm sorry publicly if you needed that, but you already know what time it is. She know what time it is, cuz. But it was tough for me too, though. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the breakup, I feel like we were together every single day, which I feel like we're still consistently. Now we live together or whatever, but it was tough. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was losing my best friend, and I felt like we were getting so comfortable, and the things that I needed in the relationship, I felt like I wasn't getting. You know what I'm saying? And it was just really hard. So making that decision was just like, damn, I don't want to lose you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I had this happen with my other half as well. Probably like 7 years into the relationship, but we had a lot going on. Very busy, just a lot of stuff going on. I kept like pulling us apart. Well, I was very busy. She was at home doing something, cooking sometimes, cleaning sometimes. So we did have a breakup, and like they're saying, it's the breakups are traumatizing. Like, especially if you live together, because you're tearing apart everything that you have built together. And I'm not talking about those, they call them the U-Haul relationships with same-sex couples, lesbians. But I'm talking about the friendship, the time, the care, the attention that you put into building the entire relationship. When you have a breakup moment and you live together, that is painful. It feels like you can feel your heart actually breaking into pieces. It leaves you speechless. It leaves you angry. It leaves you all of the things. Luckily, we were able to kind of talk it out and work it out. Of course, not over a single day, but we did take the time to fix what was broken, and here we are 6 years later, a total of 15. So communication, baby. Communication is all it takes.
But I'm losing myself. I'm losing myself in this process, and in order for us to be healthy, I gotta be healthy. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you my all, my full version of myself if I'm not even happy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we had those non-negotiables that kept being broken, and it was tough.
So. Yeah, I completely agree. I feel like even though this breakup was like, it felt like the worst thing I won't say the worst thing that ever happened to me, but there was up there, it was one up there with like one of the most traumatizing experiences for me and most emotional experiences for me. Now that we were able to make it through all of the garbage and all of the hurt and the pain, it's one of the best decisions that we've made. 100%. 100%, because
locked in.
We're like, hey, ain't no switching up. We need to move these mics closer.
Come on, man. I feel like I miss you. I miss you. It's so far. Okay, so wait. So I'll let you finish. Yeah. Hold on, I'll let you finish.
So, I feel like 100% what she's saying is true. Like, we got to a point where 3 years into the relationship, if it's 3 years, y'all, we be losing count. Y'all know better.
And the reason why they be thinking because we have a big fan base, they be thinking because we make shit up. No, it's because we got a best friend anniversary. We got an actual anniversary. We got a now we got a breakup goddamn anniversary. No,
we ain't celebrating that one.
We ain't celebrating that. But I'm just saying we have so.
Listen. I'm part of the Easy gangs that thinks something was going on. Before Easy confessed, I don't know how much of a something it was, but something was definitely, in my opinion, brewing and stirring and in the making.
Things that we celebrate and share online. Yeah. So we be forgetting which one is which.
Y'all keep us on track.
That's what I love about y'all, but continue.
Well, what I was trying to say is, I feel like, I don't even know what I was saying now.
my bad.
It's okay.
My bad.
No, I feel like,
how'd you deal with a breakup?
Wait, no, I'm about to go say something else.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. So sometimes when you get together for 3 years, but then before that you were best friends, and even as best friends, like, we had a different type of friendship. We had relationship problems in a friendship. It was kind of crazy. But so we were kind of dealing with a lot for a long time. And at a certain point, you do get too comfortable.
Yeah.
And you do start creating habits that become the norm in your relationship. And I think that's what happened. We created habits that were the norm in the relationship that we had to be like, hold up.
Yeah.
3 years into this, hey, I'm not trying to do this for the rest of my life. Like, I'm not trying to do X, Y, and Z, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to give up these things that are my must-haves, you know? So, but still, oh my God.
Yeah, it was tough.
That breakup I thought I was gonna die of dehydration, how much I was crying. Like, seriously.
I feel like, we dealt with the breakup 2 different ways. And with the breakup, at least for social media, a lot of people thought that, Natalie's not really posting. And, even with, your friends and stuff like that, like, Easy look like she's just going out and all this other stuff. While you're at home, you're not really posting. You're not consistent. You're not really showing anything. And it looks like I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people deal with breakups differently. And I
looked a little happy to me, too. Oh, I'm not gonna lie.
I looked happy.
Turning up,
giving happy.
And I wasn't trying to throw it in your face, and this is how I was dealing with a breakup. For me, this is how I was dealing with my breakup. I felt like I had been confined to the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need our space, and that's healthy space. Hanging out with your friends, going out and stuff like that. And I feel like at that time, we had become so toxic with the arguing and not knowing how to communicate our emotions thoroughly, to where it was like, when we broke up, I felt like I was like, okay, I need to find some type of happiness. I think I was seeking happiness in the wrong places. You know what I'm saying? And being around my friends, instead of actually dealing with my hurt, I was suppressing it. You know what I'm saying? And I was going out, and it felt good.
Don't get me wrong. Being around your friends is a good thing. But sometimes what you'll discover is taking those moments during a breakup to be with your friends can end up not being the best thing, especially if their intentions for you are not in your best interest, especially if you want to be with the person who you are with, because your friends, knowing that you're in the midst of a breakup, no matter how long it is, trying to push you to meet and see other people is a red flag for me.
It felt good, like, okay, cool, like, I'm not acting wild, but it just feels good to be out, and let me block all that hurt, and put it behind me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing, and I was compartmentalizing my actual feelings instead of dealing with it. And I felt like with you were actually going through the emotions.
It was real for me.
Yeah,
From the moment we broke up and we were up in my room or our room, we were up.
We lived together still, right? Yeah. But you were sleeping at your family member's house and stuff too.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about the moment when we broke up. Like it was real.
Is it triggering now to talk about it?
It is. I mean, I just broke down crying to you the other day, and I didn't even know it was that triggering for me still, because we've been working on things for a little bit now, but we just didn't want to go public with everything yet. But it is still triggering. I feel like I went through a lot of emotions. A lot of things happened during the breakup even that just hurt me and made me just feel like, I don't know, it's just very hurtful. So I'm still dealing with those emotions, and it still feels like still feels like so recent.
What kind of advice would you give to somebody that is going through a breakup? You know what I'm saying? What advice did you need? You know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't be there for you like I usually do.
In this moment,
advice,
which was so weird because we're best friends too. Yeah. So it was like the person that I would usually want comfort from. And we tried that. We tried during the breakup. We tried comforting each other while the other person's crying because we're both hurt.
It was so
weird. It was like, how do you take comfort from the person who you feel hurt by? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
now, one of my favorite people to watch is Unsolicited Truth. If you've never seen her before, you should definitely go watch some of her reactions. But when she was actually doing a reaction to this, she made a very good point and brought up the song Weak by SWV, which is a great analogy. And me being a lover of music, I completely understood what she was saying. When the cause and the cure of your pain is a single person, it makes it very hard and difficult to deal with things. So that was definitely a good point that she made, and I felt that.
If I had to give any advice to somebody that is currently going through a breakup, I would say deal with your emotions immediately. Mm-hmm. I would say don't suppress them, even though it's really tough. I think you get through it faster that way. I think you'll get through it faster, and you'll understand what you need to do next faster than if you kind of like prolong those feelings and kind of just like suppress them by doing other things and stuff. Yeah. Then it might hit you even harder later, and it could be too late to take certain actions.
Yeah, totally. I mean, we're two different people. We deal with things totally different, and the way that you dealt with it versus the way that I deal with it, I'm not saying that my way was right, but I felt like it didn't not help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't not help me. For me. And the reason why I said that, it made me realize a lot. You know, it made me realize what I was actually doing. And I felt like I didn't know I was doing it until I was like, wait, why do I feel so, like, cold, you know, at night? I couldn't figure out what that feeling was, or feeling lonely. Of course, we're breaking up. But it was just like, you know what, like, what my friends doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like becoming so habitual for me that's when I realized, like, okay, I tend to do this, and I tend to move like this even with work. Like, I try not to show so many emotions. So imagine when I'm actually going through a breakup, of course I'm going to do this naturally. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't necessarily, for my advice, I don't know if you were asking.
Yeah, what kind of advice would you give somebody that is going through a breakup?
I would give them, take the time that you need, because first of all, a person gonna show their true colors when they're broken up. And they will, and that's why you thought that I probably wasn't like actually, hurt or whatever. But a person will show the true colors, and I felt like the things I needed you to do, like, you did them. You know what I'm saying? It was like, once we broke up, it was like, at first it was that, okay, we still like, all right, we kissing here and there. It ain't really a breakup. But then it was like, okay, the shit got real, And I felt like you knew that it was a possibility you were going to lose me. And at a point, and when sorry, I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm the only valuable person here. But I feel like when I realized that moment, like, damn, she honors me and she loves me and she's doing things that she needs to do to show like she still wants to be with me. You know what I'm saying? And that made me like, okay, well, I want to do things to show her I want to be together. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like maybe it's good to take that space, but see what's up. But it also shouldn't have to take a breakup for them to change. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes it does.
Sometimes
it does. And
yeah,
I don't know. I like that advice, but I also will say that
sometimes it does take a breakup or a separation for someone to realize that changes need to be made, because we're not radios, we're not repeaters. You don't want to keep having to constantly go over the same thing over and over and over again and feel like the other person is not listening to you. They're just speaking to react, not actually listening to what you're saying, what your gripes or complaints may be about. And they may not actually see what the issue is that you're pointing out to them. They could be stuck in their own ways. My partner is a Taurus. She's very stubborn. She's always right, even when she's dead wrong. And me, being the Gemini that I am, depending on the day, I'm either happy, I could be very mean. I go through a pendulum of things, swinging back and forth. But the one thing you're not going to do is try to convince me that what I'm feeling and what I believe is wrong because you can't see it.
If I was going based off of your actions during our breakup, we wouldn't be here right now.
Wait a minute. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's just between us.
Let me tell you what she was out here doing.
Let's talk about it, because this is the podcast where, like, not only are we going to talk about different topics that's going on in the world, but I want to really talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And I really want to hear your opinion. I'm pretty sure the world wants to hear your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So what was it? Like, what you felt? Like, why you, then what's up? Why you here right now then? Because obviously I was doing something right. I was doing something right.
Hey, this podcast right now, this conversation right now is making me be like,
oh, word.
If I'm going based off of what you just said, no. All right, I will say
let's talk
this,
about it.
I will say this. You will 100% see the different version of your partner when you break up. And you just better pray and hope that you still like that version of them. Mm-hmm. And because that version of them is really and truly who they are.
What?
And,
okay.
And you can't just judge it based off of a week breakup, because you're going to go through cycles in that breakup. And that first week you might be going out and stuff like that. You can't be like, this is who you are in that first week, because then the next week they might be just at home boohoo crying and texting you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it enough time. And we 100% gave it a good amount of time. I will say that there was some disappointment. I felt
disappointment? What was the disappointment?
Right now.
Talk to me. What was the disappointment?
Just between us, there was some disappointment in the way that you carried yourself during our breakup. I feel like you seemed very
single.
Just
definitely single.
Yeah. It was giving cold towards me in certain moments. And I felt like the part that was so confusing is that the way we broke up wasn't like some bad, like, it's over. We literally had an adult conversation, y'all. We sat up in our bedroom and we talked for hours about how we were just unhappy and crying to each other. And then, like,
it was deep.
It was so deep. Yeah. It was the most deep and, like, I guess, girl, adult conversation that I think we had ever had. Mm-hmm. So when your energy felt like just so distant, single, and cold towards me,
right?
Like, and then I'm seeing you out all the time and stuff, and it didn't seem like the goal was to get back together. Mm-hmm. And it felt like, oh, maybe this is who she is. Maybe this is what she wants. She wants to be single. She wants to live that life. So it was disappointing.
I feel that. And I think for me, it's like I was doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't necessarily like, I'm single now, I'm ready for the hoes, all the other stuff. Because I was very vocal with you, and I was honest. You know what I'm saying? You did see some things that you didn't want to see or whatever. Look, she's trying. Look at this look. Oh my God! If y'all could see this look, now we are past that. Okay,
no, we're not.
Oh shit! We got more to talk about. Wow, let's get deep.
I wouldn't say we're past it.
We're not past it, but we are very okay. Let me finish. Let me finish because it can get hot and juicy. And my brother's back here just smiling. Darnell's like, what's about to happen? No, but I feel like for me, I just wanted. It wasn't that I wanted attention, but I was seeking the feeling of feeling like I wanted you to want me. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be wanted. I wanted to feel like the prize. I feel like
me to want you.
I think that's a stud, masculine presenting. You're gonna see me do this because I don't believe in the labels necessarily. Like, for me in particular, I guess I would take on the typical masculine male role, excuse me. Because my other half, she does the makeup, she does the nails, and I do comfortable, period. I've never been comfortable in tight and feminine clothes, even as a youngin' and a teenager. I had an incident in a dress which completely turned me off to dressing tight, form-fitted, and quote-unquote girly. Plus, I grew up and was raised around all boys, so I kind of got my swag and my style of dress from my cousins, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Or you wanted the
no.
to want you.
I wanted to be wanted. And let me break this down because a lot of people can probably relate to this. I felt like in the relationship we had come so far. It was beautiful, it was nice, but I also felt like you were the prize, and you knew that the little minuscule times that we broke up, I was chasing you. I was always chasing you. You know what I'm saying? I chase you even when I know you wrong because I felt like you are a prize. You are a queen. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was always, from my perspective, doing that. And I felt like the breakup was so detrimental to me, and my must-haves in this relationship was not being met. But I felt like taking that step and like, I need to be happy for myself. And those things aren't happening. But I feel like if she loses me, she don't give a fuck. That's what I was feeling. I literally was feeling like, yo, Natalie, I'm not a prize to her. I feel like if I walk out right now, she'd be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, that's what I was feeling. Okay. Versus where I knew if you walked out on me, like, nigga, my heart is breaking, I'm aching, and it just feels like that because I felt that before. So for me, that life that I was living while we were broken up, it wasn't necessarily like, oh yeah, we're the hoes. I'm looking for the hoes. It wasn't that. It was just like, damn, man, like, I'm not about to be chasing that. I'm not about to chase her. I always chase her. And it's always the easy gotta go kiss some ass. Easy gotta go do this. Easy gotta do that. And that's what my perspective I felt like. So it was just like, man, I want to be the prize.
I will say one thing. I get what Ezee is saying. Because your partner is a prize. Like, period. No matter if you're right or wrong, you both should be valued and respected. But I have noticed in a lot of instances and things that I have watched, Ezee does a little bit of gaslighting at the same time. She acts like nothing that she can do is wrong, even when she is apologizing for something that she did. She tends to kind of flip it to be like, it's not her. It wasn't her fault. It's just something that I've noticed. That's why she had to throw in the, and I'm not trying to act like X, Y, and Z. Just something that I've just noticed.
Fight for me. Fight for this love. For me, this is what I need you to fight for. And
let me ask you a question, though.
No, what's the question?
I just want to ask you a question.
What's the question?
Whenever you were out there living your life, were you doing that because you thought you were actually doing that consciously, thinking like, I want to be the prize, I want her to fight for me? Or were you just done because it was giving just done? It didn't get like you, like it was like a strategic thing where you were trying to.
No, it wasn't necessarily strategic. It was more so subconscious that I can say now. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't. I wasn't holding back. like I was just going out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Usually, like, okay, I got a girl. I really don't want to go out like that. I want to be booed up. But it's like, I'm about to live. You know what I'm saying? If you want me, come get me. Do the things I need you to do and step up to the plate because you finna lose me. That's what my mindset was. And I felt like the shit that I needed to be done, like, I ain't never seen you work that hard. And it was like, yo, this really my bitch.
Oh, not your bitch. Not your bitch.
All right, come on, man. I'm talking to my homie right now. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
She hate that word.
But
Wow.
come on now. We tapped in. We best friends. Come on. Ain't no switching up. Don't leave me hanging.
You're a queen. You're a queen.
See what I'm saying? No, come on now. Come on. But
you know I don't like you calling me that. There's only one time
okay, so it's getting awkward. But
it's getting awkward.
So I felt like, overall, it wasn't that I was strategically planning something. It was just I was over it and I didn't feel like you were doing what you needed to do to keep.
She probably planned,
you know what I'm
it a
saying?
bit,
And
a little bit.
my non-negotiables. You know what I'm saying? So you see me outside, you seeing me hang out with my friends. You know what I'm saying? It was like I'm in that I don't give a fuck mode until shit change. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, you were going through a tough time. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't really paying attention to that because usually when we do break up or if we ever broke up, it's like, okay, how's that? What's she doing? Like, okay, let me bring you something. Let me buy you something off Amazon. I know you need a face scrub or whatever. I wasn't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? I was treating it like a real breakup as if you like moved across the country. And I know that hurt you because you are my best friend and I do know you. And you did tell me the things you were going through. But yeah, that's what I was, and that's what was going through my mind.
Yeah. Wow.
That's what I was,
it's tough. I mean, I feel like I definitely understand the perspective and I understand the reason why you were feeling the way that you were feeling and stuff. And, I understand the reason why. I guess I still don't agree with the way that you handled it, but I will say that I understand how you're handling it from your description.
From what you're saying.
I can wrap my mind around why you, but it did still, because it's not even like I needed it to not be a real breakup. Like, a real breakup to me is when you break up, you don't know if you're getting back together or not.
And
but I feel like the things that I was able to show her during the breakup was what made her decide that I'm worthy of keeping. And I feel like the things that you showed me was like, I really was questioning, like, did you love me?
Right.
Like, did she really love me? Like, what was all of this?
But now, the thing is, and I think that's why we're here today, is because
I think, period, because Natalie was the straight girl. I don't mean to put her sexuality in quotations, but that's always going to be in the back of her mind. Like, what is it? What's going on? Is this really love, or was I just a trophy, part of the chase? But I think she got to know. She got to know through Ezee's actions, through everything that we've been shown, that she really loves her. It may have started off as a challenge and a chase, but I mean, come on, 3.5, almost 4 years later, relationship-wise, she got to know it's real.
Know that.
Yeah, I do. I know that you love me, but I don't know. I'm still working through the emotions. I'm not going to lie. I'm still working through the emotions because people handle things in different ways, and I just kind of feel like the things that I felt, it didn't feel like the way that I wanted to feel. So once I was able to be like, all right, you know what, if she's saying, because there was, first of all, I want to make this clear that we were both set on the breakup at first. And then it got to the point where I was like, all right, I wanted to like work it out and stuff like that. And she still felt like she wasn't getting what she wanted, even though I wasn't still getting what I wanted either. But I trusted that she would give it to me. But she, I guess, felt like she needed to see specific things first.
Right.
And
you know that. You know I did. And you did.
And I know, I'm telling the audience. Right.
You did that. Say it with your chest. Say it like what you did.
So wait, well, I'm just trying to explain to them how it went and stuff like that. So then, I started, being like, okay, if these are the things that she wants, I'm going to do these things. But then honestly, I got pissed after I started doing the things.
It was so backwards.
Here's the things.
Let me take a time out real quick. I'm going to apologize for any random noise you hear in the background. I'm still working on my space. It'll be finished soon. That way we can kill all this background noise. My cat is going crazy right now. So I apologize if you hear that.
Now,
but fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, it's fucking over for real.
It was her fucking pride, bro.
The fuck up. Like, that's how it was. No,
it was your ego, Natalie.
No,
Natalie, it was so ego. Literally, okay, so imagine I'm saying to you, and we try not to get too into specifics, but this is the podcast where we need to have it. Like, you were doing what you needed to do. And it was so dramatic because it wasn't like, hey, I need you to please just cook for me. Because she cooks, she throw down or whatever. It was some huge shit. Like, it was detrimental to where we broke the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And what you did showed me in a way just like, all right, this is my queen. This is the girl I've been fighting for. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I needed to feel that. But when you did it, it was like, yeah, here it is, but I'm out. Now you better come chase me type shit. I'm like, oh my God.
Honestly, it wasn't even a chase thing. I really felt it was because I swear it was not ego. What it was I felt I was unhappy with the way that she was acting during the breakup. It felt like, you wanted all X, Y, and Z. And I felt like, you were saying one thing, but then doing different things. And it just felt like, do you deserve me? That's what I started feeling like.
Do you feel like you had outside influences that make you feel that way? Because
no, absolutely not.
That's where I say it's ego then. Because
no,
for
it's
me,
not ego.
No, I'm saying from my perspective, it felt like ego only because it's like this. So say if I come to you and I say, you know what? You're mad that I broke your cup. You know what I'm saying? I broke your phone. I broke your phone or whatever. And you're like, yo, I'm mad. I'm pissed off or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Here, guess what? I bought you the new phone that just came out. Brand new X, Y, and Z. You happy because I damaged your phone, your property. You know what I'm saying? And I finally was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I apologize for breaking your phone. Here's your phone, bitch. I'm out. Like, imagine. That's what it felt like. Tell me that's not the exact... Bro. Is that a great example? It's not in it. Bro, okay, listen, that's a great example. So that's what I felt. Imagine.
I'm going to let you finish, but...
That's what I felt through the breakup. It was like, okay, I got you, girl, but bitch, I'm out.
I get that example, but I just want y'all to know, first of all, it wasn't like that. It wasn't, bitch, I'm out. But it was more so like, it was like things that I was hearing that she was saying. It was things that, like, actions I was seeing, actions and just like things I was discovering that was happening during the breakup that made me feel like, wait, I'm out here literally boo-hoo crying every day, every night, and not even doing shit, and not even working, nothing, and you're out here doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I did these things, but, like, you kind of just showed me, like, my worth.
Pretty much like what I said. I was showing you my true colors after a breakup.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like to me. But then... then she started putting in her work to show me that,
overall, once we showed each other that, look, we want to do this. You know what I'm saying? We was like, all right, we are totally two different people, and we're not. It was months. A lot of people, we kind of insinuated what was happening. It was a breakup, but it was months that we were broken up, and we both were giving each other what we needed. And we got over that ego stage of, all right, like, well, I want her to chase me. I want her to chase me. We got over that stage.
Yeah, and we were like, do we want to be together?
Exactly.
Period. Like, it's not about, I feel like the beginning stage of a breakup is always childish. It's going to be the childish stage.
You go through so many different things.
Some people might be out partying. Some people might just not text back. That was me. When you would text me, I wouldn't text you back because I was staying with my siblings, both of them, and I was just like, I ain't gonna text back. You know what I'm saying? So you might play that game at first, but then when the real hits and it's like, oh shoot, like, wait, so are we really never gonna be together again? And it's like, all right, well, if we are gonna be together again, what are we both willing to do to make that happen? And that's when the magic happened. I feel like when reality hit, that was like, all right, do you want to lose your best friend, your business partner, your lover? All three things that, I mean, the dynamic we have isn't easily replicable. Like, you can't just create this.
Damn, you look good.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. My brother here. Just between us, you look good. You look blessed. You was on 75 hard. She started at 75 hard challenge when we broken up. She said, I'm going to turn into a bad bitch. Yeah.
I started going hard. 2 a days. 2 a days.
She can't turn into a bad. She has already been a bad. She's just becoming even a badder? Badder?
I was already like 2 weeks in by the time she saw me again. She
looked good. I was like, damn, it was hard though living together and being broken up. But
exactly, and that's the reason why I left and I packed my suitcase. She saw me on the cameras, y'all.
Yeah,
just
she packed her
between us.
Yeah. But overall, so I want to say, wait, I got a question.
I have a question.
What's your question, girl? What's your question? Go.
Wait, I don't know. Should you ask your question first?
What's your question?
I wanted to know. Are you gonna forget your question?
Nah, I won't forget. I promise.
So, were you talking to other people during the breakup?
Nah,
you weren't.
Nah, no, I wasn't talking to anybody, and I could be honest. I wasn't talking to anybody, and I felt like first of all, the gay community. It's so like messy. You know what I'm saying? You heard some of the stories I was telling you. You know what I'm saying? But no, I actually wasn't talking to anybody. I felt like
messy,
everybody
small.
out there showed me how much more I have a beautiful royal queen.
All that.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, these streets ain't made for walking. And that ain't what I want to do. I just want to come home. I want to come home and get back to you. Okay. That was trash. But nah, I wasn't talking to anybody. I literally, man, I realized that, you know, I was slimming down. And I felt like women were looking at me, you know what I'm saying? And there was a situation where, you know, a girl did want to talk to me. And I felt like I didn't want to risk it. You know what I'm saying? Because although I was single, it was like this would be the perfect opportunity to do it. And I was just like, you know what? I still am in love with Natalie. And I feel like until I fall out of love with her, I don't want to pursue anything. Mm-hmm. You know, and I feel like that's unfair to her. You know, and
so when you say you didn't want to risk it, you didn't want to risk what?
I don't want to risk losing you.
Like for good?
Yeah, 100%. Because I know you. You don't play that shit. And regardless if we broke up or not, like I already knew if I entertained anybody, it was just like, I gotta think about that. And all I could see is just your eyes. You know what I'm saying? The way you look at me and you're hurt. And I've seen you cry before. And I just didn't want to come back to that. You know what I'm saying? And you hearing through the grapevine like, damn, you know, Ezee's talking to this new girl and they all booed up and you know what I'm saying? I ain't want you to have to go through that pain, you know?
Yeah.
And I love you too much.
Thanks. Yeah.
You know, but we did, you know, you did see some shit. You did see some shit.
Mm-hmm. I definitely did.
She see some shit, and it wasn't too. I could just between us, you know, I'm just keeping it 100, you know, and it wasn't detrimental, but it made her feel away, you know, and
yeah, it wasn't detrimental because y'all know how I am. It wasn't detrimental, but it definitely made me feel away, and I'm still working through like the emotions now and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, what do you think is like the difference then between a break and a break up?
Ooh, and we were broken up. Mm-hmm. Do you consider we broken up or a break? We were broken up.
No. So, okay. You know what's funny?
But she was treating me like it was a break. So I'm like, I'm single.
Let me tell you. First of all, let me tell you what's funny.
What's funny?
So when we first had the conversation about possibly taking a break,
I did say some shit.
It was supposed to be taking a break.
It was that first.
And it turned into not just a break. I think we should see other people.
I did say that.
And I was like, hold up.
I said that.
I couldn't, bro. First of all, it broke my...
She said, hold the phone. Wait. That's not a break. Seeing other people. Ezee was tripping for that one. She was definitely bugging out for that one.
Hard. I could not stop crying. And I was just like, whoa, you want to see other people? So then, that's when it was like, all right, no, this is not a break. This is a break up. Because to me, if you take a break, you are not dating other people. You're not sleeping with other people. None of that. That's all off limits. But you might just not talk to each other for a while. She might go somewhere. The other person might go the other place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is your definition of a break and a breakup?
Well, yeah, I feel like a break and a breakup is kind of different. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not
either way, if you're taking a break, you're able to do whatever you want to do. That's
not a break. What?
A break? Yeah, you need a break from this shit.
No. What's the point of calling it just a break thing? Is it because you have the intentions of getting back together and then it's like it's a free for all until a certain set date? It's like you could do it.
I love it because Nat is always asking for clarification. Like, why do you think this constitutes a break? She wants clarification. Like, I'm trying to understand why you think X, Y, and Z means a break. Sleeping with other people, seeing other people, that's not a break. Are you insane? Yeah, see, Ezee was insane for that one.
Whatever you want, but then on the first, cut all that shit out.
I guess the difference between a breakup for me is more so just like, with a break, you kind of like trying to find yourself, trying to do whatever you need to do. And if in that break, somebody just tries to pursue you, or if you try to pursue somebody, it's not off limits. It's not off limits. That was
it off limits for you, or?
I told you. Okay. I literally what I said. Reassured. Hey, look, I literally told her. I said, look, if you want to talk to other people, you got to do what you got to do. I'm not about to sit here and tell you I want to be done or I need a break, and I'm out here going outside. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm doing, even though I'm telling you, like, I'm not on that type of time. But if I can't hold you hostage. You a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? What if
But you can't say you're not on that type of time. But you're saying you want to see other people? Yeah, you were on that time. Your actions and your words completely different. You were on that type of time, whether you realize it or not. The moment you were like, I think we should see other people, you were trying to be on demon time.
I'm really not your soulmate. I mean, God forbid, but like, it was just like, what if I'm not your soulmate?
To be honest, like, I know you didn't ask if I was talking. Do you just think that I didn't talk to anyone else? Why aren't you asking me?
Because I was, honestly, this was a real breakup for me.
No, I'm saying right now. Right now.
Well, nigga, it's right now. Right now, happening right now. Shit. But no, I didn't ask then neither, because for me, typically when we do this shit, it's literally, it's for play. It's high school shit. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. So we usually like, oh, so you talking to somebody, you better not talk to somebody. We know what it is. But my mentor was like, yo, I'm done. Mm-hmm. I love this girl. I'm not ready to move on, but I'm not trying to think about what she's doing. That's how far I felt like I was going. So I wasn't trying to hurt myself by knowing you was talking to somebody, even if you was or wasn't. It didn't cross my mind because I wasn't trying to know. I was trying to focus on me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's what it was. But
so yeah, I mean,
what?
To answer everyone else's question, because y'all are probably the only one curious to know if I was talking to someone else, because she don't seem curious.
Okay, I'll ask.
I'll ask me.
I'll ask.
It's your business between us now.
It's your business, though. You're allowed to have that, and I respect that. I respect that between you and whatever you were doing and going through.
I would not have. If I would have talked to someone else, she would not be here right now.
I wouldn't. I would 100%.
Exactly.
But I didn't need to know that. I don't need to know that. It's not my business. We were broken up.
But you really knew that.
Natalie. Like,
I'm saying during the breakup.
I knew that because I do know you. But also, you do keep things to yourself. You kept a lot of things to yourself. Not like as in anything that you had any ill intent about. But it was your journey. And it's not that I didn't care about you. I literally was just...
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about right now.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about...
You want me to know? All right. Was you talking to anybody or not? Because this is the energy you want. Was you talking to anybody? Was you seeing somebody else?
Anyway.
No, seriously, was he talking to someone?
agitated.
You want me ask you?
No, I don't care. I don't care. I just think it's bizarre that we're on the topic and you don't ask.
Okay, so let's talk about it. You want to talk about
I
it?
didn't talk to anyone else.
Just between us. Okay, just between us.
I didn't.
You did it?
No.
You didn't even entertain nobody. Entertain.
Oh, I entertained the thought of, though. I did eventually, because I was just like, all right, now I really need to know what it would feel like if we're never together again.
So what was the thought for you? Because this is getting deep.
The thought was just that, like, I wasn't ready to talk to anyone. So because I was like literally just heartbroken all the time. So I didn't even feel like I could entertain anybody. Mm-hmm. But I was starting towards the end of our breakup. I was starting to wrap my mind around like, we're not going to be together and like what life was going to look like without you. And it was starting, like I had already processed so many emotions that I was almost at the acceptance stage, even though it was like really heartbreaking still. I was starting to accept it. And then I feel like once you accept, then you kind of move through a lot of the grief already.
So either way, if you're moving through the grief, which is understandable, that's the healing journey that you were on. Was you talking to anybody or trying to talk to somebody?
I said no. I wasn't
You didn't
interested.
see nobody cute. Nobody.
It wasn't that I didn't see anyone cute, or definitely wasn't that no one wasn't trying to talk to me.
Oh, you fine as fuck. I mean, they be trying when we was together.
Right. So it wasn't that I didn't have the opportunity or whatever the case may be. It was just I wasn't
ready.
I wasn't ready. And I was like, what do I look like? Boo-hoo crying and going out on a date or something. That's weird.
So I have a question. And this is just between us, the audience. Like, just between all of us. Is it right if your ex, now ex, you guys are broken up, me and Natalie broke up. Is it right for them to go through your phone and see that you possibly could be talking to somebody else and them to scold you for it and be mad at? Just between us. I want you guys to answer that question in the comments.
She's only asking us to participate because she's trying to put Natalie on the spot, make it look like Natalie did something wrong. I mean, that's a tough one because I don't go through people's phones. Have I? Yes. But that is because the women's intuition, my instinct was telling me something. And I saw something to confirm what my instinct was telling me. And that shit was nipped in the bud ASAP.
Let me know. Natalie, what do you feel about that?
That's why she got that.
It's deep. It's getting deep.
Honestly, I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you think that you might see something that will confirm what type of person they are to help you to move on, then do what you got to do.
So you think you should go through their phone?
If you feel like,
even though they're single,
you feel like you don't, it's not okay. So now we have to like break this down more, because whenever you say that you're just single, if you're broken up for good and you know there ain't no coming back, then there's absolutely no reason to do that. But the type of breakup that we had, and we actually talked about it, it was not just we're single, blah, blah, blah. It was like the goal was to hopefully one day come back to each other.
Right.
So, and it was like, all right, we're single right now. We need to get things together to be able to be better together. That was the conversations. But that's not what it was feeling like.
So that's why you went through my phone.
That's exactly why I went through your phone, because I felt like what you were showing me and what you were showing the world and your friends was two different things. So I had to confirm whether or not you were somebody that could be trusted.
And when you went through my phone, was I somebody to be trusted or no?
To be determined. To be determined.
To be determined. So I feel like it was
TBD.
It was something that she seen, and I felt like that was invasion of privacy a little bit.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't think that you should do that. I don't think that if you guys aren't together,
I don't care.
You guys should go through each other's phone. I think, a lot of people can agree, even when you are together, it can get toxic, but that's whoever's relationship, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, okay. I ain't go through your phone.
It is what it is. You didn't go through my phone because what I was showing you was an upstanding partner during the breakup. Even like, I feel like we handle ourselves so differently.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like I put any moments, like you said, I know you. Whenever I said, why didn't you ask me? It's because I know you. I know the type of person you are. I also know the type of person that you are and that you're, you know what I'm saying? And it's like we were best friends at a certain point. So I know the single you as well. And the stuff that I was seeing, like, and hearing through the grapevine was definitely giving the single version of you, which was completely different than when we would come together and interact. So I felt like I need to know what's really going on so that I know, am I really just closing myself off to any possibility of us ever working or not?
So what?
And I would say what I saw wasn't like detrimental to the point of like, oh, she's talking to someone else or something like that. Because or going out with girls or whatever, if that was the case, like, this podcast wouldn't be happening right now. But it was definitely enough to like for me to be like, hold up.
What's this shit right here?
Yeah, and we had to work through it, and we're still working through some things, but
yeah. So what are we?
I mean,
so what are we?
I mean, we're together.
We are,
I guess.
we together, I guess.
Yeah,
that's what it is. All right, y'all. So, I guess we can, announce it here. You know what I'm saying? Natalie is officially my girlfriend again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, can we get
I took her back.
She took my back. Look, see what I'm talking about? I took her back. Okay? I took her back.
Yeah, but it was, you know what
I
happened
took Natalie back. Keep it
100,
baby. Come here. Keep it 100. It's just between us.
I'm about to try to keep it 100.
Don't get offended. Don't get offended.
What happened was,
put your ego aside and tell me you love me.
I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
All right.
So what it was that I mean, we just explained to them what happened. It was like I gave you the things that you needed to see, and then I said, "But I'm out." But I'm out. And then you had to do a little bit of
chasing and kissing. I was like, all right, you doing what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna come home.
So it was a group effort, and even this conversation makes it seem like it was all about ego, but
it wasn't.
It wasn't. I mean, we did have some moments where even I feel like I'm learning right now, just based off of the things that we're saying. I was like, okay, we had a few egotistical moments during that breakup. It was like, a little bit of, I want you to chase me. No, I want you to chase me. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we both did what was required. We both did what was required, and I feel like we've grown so much from it. But you know what? You took one hell of a risk, because like, what if I wasn't? What if I would have made you do some like bizarre stuff to get back with me?
That's ego.
Like,
that's ego.
No, but what if I would have like, what? That show, The Ultimatum? Like, what if I would have made us like go on the show or something? Bro, to get back together.
Okay, so if y'all don't know what The Ultimatum is, it's pretty much love partners go on there and they really want to get married, and because their partner's not ready to get married, they give them an ultimatum where it's like, all right, either we get married or I'm gonna go date this other person
on the show,
on television, national television or whatever. So you're saying that what if we like went on the ultimatum?
Yeah, like what if I was like. Because by the time I did what I had to do to make you feel secure about the relationship, and then you're like, all right, I'm ready to be back together. And I was like, no, we're going on Netflix and we're going to go on The Ultimatum.
Ain't no way.
You wouldn't do it? You would have just said we're over?
Then the thing is, like I said, when you were single, I wasn't inquiring what you was doing, because I knew even if you was, some fucking Italian, you know what I'm saying? All right, I won't say that. But if you was doing some crazy stuff, if you was wilding, you know what? I want to be single. I have to.
You can tell that one of Ezee's insecurities when it comes to her relationship with Nat is that she thinks, or at least at this point, thought that she would easily go back to a dude, because she always mentions that even if you were sucking him, you know what I mean? And this is not the first time she's done that. In I think it was the second episode, which is what I did before this one. When she made the reference to WAP with the gobble me, swallow me. So you can tell that's like a insecurity of hers, and who knows if she'll ever get over that. But that's for her to get over.
See, Netflix, the ultimatum. Like I'm not even gonna know what you're gonna be doing, but it's about
until
to be
after
public.
the show.
Exactly.
Until after
Ain't
we
no
may
way.
have worked out anyway.
Some of them people look crazy.
Oh my God.
Okay,
y'all.
what about this?
They look insane. It's so sad.
What if you see me on the camera coming inside?
Mm-hmm.
We single. Or no, we ready to get. I don't even know. You see me coming inside with a girl, you know what I'm saying, on a ring camera.
In our house?
In our house. And I'm like, what?
Okay, bills in?
I'm like, what? I just can't help my cousin with the groceries? I just can't help my cousin with the groceries?
Yeah.
What would you
Dang.
do?
ain't got
What
no
would you
cousin.
do if you seen that? Mind you, I'm single though. See, that's
Help
me
your
too.
cousin in our house with the groceries? And I know all your cousins. Oh, hell nah.
Yes, my different cousin from my daddy, cousin, mama.
You already
baby,
know what
daddy
time
side.
it is.
What you doing? Because that was, if y'all know what I'm talking about, that was Michi and Summer Walker. And he, what you think
that
about
was
that?
crazy.
That's fucked up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love, you know, his show or whatever. But I'm like, damn, bro.
No, I felt
Come
bad.
on, man.
Summer Walker was literally crying during
Was
her
she crying?
performance. During her performance, like boohoo crying. The
Damn,
audience,
Meech, come on, bro. You gotta do better.
the audience was crying, watching her singing along. It was like a love song, like if you don't know what love is.
Oh, that's
you
my
don't
song
put up a
too.
fight. Yeah, I
But-
can't sing it, but you know, let her sing it. But y'all, I felt so bad. Honestly, I feel like he got caught, and that's another thing. I'm a big believer that God and the universe is going to bring to you the knowledge you need anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my mindset about going through phones too, because I'm just like, hey, if the knowledge is there, God wanted me to see it.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Meech, come on,
And
man.
I just feel like, I just kind of feel like it fell into her lap. She didn't even have to go out there searching. Like, she might have felt like there was something a little off, and then it fell into her lap, and that was not no cousin.
Yeah, but you
Come
know
on.
what people were saying though, like you knew what kind of dude he was, or X, Y, and Z, and that brings me to
That's
another
not cool.
topic. That brings me to another topic. Like even with like all these rappers and like stuff like that, they pretty much saying like women that date men that are expected to cheat, you pretty much deserve it, like type shit. Or it's like, you know, oh, you what you thought, like you had 3 kids, like you thought he young, you thought he was gonna settle with you. I'm like, damn. A girl can't like even go through a real like heartbreak
Or
without
a
people
girl
judging
can't
her.
even have hope.
Yeah, even
Like,
like
I can't have hope
Right.
that this person would change, because if I was just going based off of, you
I
know,
feel that's messed up. When
that's
we got it messed up.
I hope that we were able to provide everybody with a little something.
Something.
And y'all got a little sneak peek into what the breakup was like
It was
for
crazy.
us.
And I did something special, you know, to show her I really wanted her and be back with her. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tune in.
She's been
for that.
working overtime, y'all.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I feel like we both have, though. Honestly, I will say this. Like, our relationship is totally different than it was
Evolved.
before. And it just within a few months, I feel like the time apart and then the time coming together and realizing like, all right, no, this is real life. Like, we're not just about to be together just to be together. Like, I feel like God really put us in the position to be like, hey, y'all are not growing together.
Right.
So I'm going to separate y'all if you can't get it together. And that was like our real.
We learned a lot. I feel like we literally had to do that. God was like, yo, you guys is taking what y'all got for granted. For real,
100%.
we was taking
And
it
y'all
way
aren't,
too much for
y'all,
granted.
you're not serving each other anymore.
Yeah.
You're not serving each other's growth anymore. You're
wasn't
actually
fun and shit.
hindering
Yeah.
it. You're hindering each other's growth. And we were bringing out the worst in each other in certain circles.
When you are with someone for a long time, it can get stagnant. It can feel stale and like not a lot's happening or going on. You can get bored, to be honest. So you have to figure out ways with your other half, your partner, constantly work at not making it one of those things. You know, especially if all you guys do is work and live, pretty much. So you gotta do the small things. You gotta date your partner still. Go on date nights. Like I said before in the previous episode, I have taken a couple of the things from EzeeXNatalie. We do the date night once a week. 1 week I choose. The next week she chooses. It's always a surprise. Who knows what we end up doing, but it does give a little bit of brings a little bit of romance and excitement back.
And it just within a few months, I feel like the time apart and then the time coming together and realizing like, all right, no, this is real life. Like, we're not just about to be together just to be together. Like, I feel like God really put us in the position to be like, hey, y'all are not growing together.
Right.
So I'm going to separate y'all if you can't get it together. And that was like our real...
We learned a lot. I feel like we literally had to do that. God was like, yo, you guys is taking what y'all got for granted. For real,
100%. And you're not serving each other anymore.
Yeah.
You're not serving each other's growth anymore. You're actually hindering it. You're hindering each other's growth. And we were bringing out the worst in each other in certain circumstances. So it was like, are y'all going to become, are you good for each other again? Or are you going to stay on this, toxic path? And
we're not that no more.
No, we're not. We're, way happier,
and we're back on YouTube. Obviously,
we're back on YouTube, and we communicate so much better now.
So much healthier.
We have so much more patience for each other.
The passion is there.
The passion is
love
there.
Is there.
The love, the respect. We have not disrespected each other.
The intimacy.
Is it you? Yeah,
my brother. I don't know.
It's like the intimacy. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Just Between Us podcast. I'm Ezee.
And I'm Natalie.
And make sure you guys follow us on all our streaming platforms. Am I promoting my music? Wait, why did I say streaming platforms? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Streaming platforms. Yeah. Okay.
Podcast.
Right. The streaming platforms. Make sure you guys follow us. Tune in on YouTube. EzeeXNatalie. Just Between Us podcast. And we're all over everywhere. I'm Ezee on all platforms.
And I'm Natalie Odell on all platforms.
And Just Between Us. We out. Love y'all. Thank you for tuning in the episode.
That was really dope. I loved and enjoyed that. Like I said, it feels like you're listening to a personal conversation between two folks, and we just happen to be eavesdropping. And I gotta do it because they don't do it anymore, and I wish they would. But gang. I want them to do that one time in a newer, updated video. But yeah, like I said, that was a great conversation. Feels like we were eavesdropping on something personal between the two, which we were, because they decided to share that to the world. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please comment, like, and subscribe below. Don't forget to follow EzeeXNatalie if you haven't already. You can go watch the video in full on their channel. And until next time, peace.